Some of them who have not really done anything, who have never worked anywhere in their life apart from them giving them their Edo State treasury to begin to suck and begin to do anything, coming out to make a lot of interviews. You begin to see the kind of people we have that are fighting the governor. The governor is not somebody that you know, that we all know, that like to talk the way Oshomole, on you know Oshomole is somebody that really like to talk. It's full of propaganda, saying a lot of things and all that. Governor is a very gentle man that prefer to just keep quiet in the midst of things. The governor didn't really start talking at the time. I think that's one of the main reasons why some of these things get to this level.
Yes,
It
he,
got to, even while some of them were doing a lot of things, saying a lot of things, he just decided to keep quiet
he was
and just
mute.
allow things be.
He was really mute for a long time. For a long time, you know, Governor Obaseki never responds to anybody who is trying to criticize him. He was really mute for a very long time. But this man, I don't think he deserves whatever Adamso Shomole is doing to him right now. Adamso Shomole has no concrete evidence or anything whatsoever why he's treating this man like this in Edo State. No, nothing.
The
Nothing.
the truth of the matter is that is from what Oshomole has shown to everybody, it has totally told that it is a very big insult, not just only on all members of the APC, wherever they are. Edo State chapter is not just only a big insult, it's also a big insult to all Edo State indigenes all over the world. First, the same man you call a criminal that you never gave any position when you were a governor because a thief, you don't want to put the treasury of the state in his hand. The same man who was in another party 4 years ago, you rubbish and you both of you did a lot of things and all that. You didn't trust him for 8 years to even give him even a common commissioner. You said a whole lot of things and
Exactly.
you gave vivid evidence on camera. You even took an oath before he started putting out all the evidence. And the same person, the same man who also have corruption case before the court that they've not been able to do anything about till date. The case is still pending in court for after many years. Is still there. This same man who was another party, you went to romance him, talk to him, and you now brought the same man to APC to now use the same man to run against a sitting governor. My question is this: is it that in the entire APC Edo State, before, apart from Ize Iyamu, who just came in illegally from another party, did not come in through the front door, he came in through the window, and you want to use, it's only that man you see that is credible enough to run against the governor. It shows that this same man do not have the interest of the people at heart. It shows that this same man is just telling all other APC people that they are not valuable, they are not recognized, that they are nobody. How dare you bring somebody from outside immediately to come and run immediately?
You know
If
what?
truly this man truly have the interest of the party, you would let him come, let him stay for some few years before you can tell him to run. If you never trust him then, when you were a governor, to give him a common commissioner, how come now you are telling us to not trust him to give him a Edo State treasury? See, sometimes I look at these two people, I begin to see the reasons why Edo people should not even take them serious. Why we shouldn't even consider them at all. Even after now, even in the years to come, these two individuals are people that, not just only two individuals, people that are solidly behind them are people that we shouldn't take serious, even in political, even in the political space, or even in all other things. When once it comes to dealing with anything at all that has to do with the people, because you cannot give me a vivid evidence against somebody 4 years ago, and you even told me, because I did it to myself on camera, why you never gave him any position for 8 years. You were a governor, even if it's a board, even if it's a
That's
commissioner,
what.
even anything, you
That's
never
what he
gave him
said.
any contract at all. That
That's
is what he said. I'm quoting Oshomole. He said all this is on camera. The video are all over everywhere. It's on the social media everywhere. It's everywhere. I have the video. Everybody have the people have been posting it everywhere on Facebook, Instagram, and everywhere now. My question is this: after saying all those things, you gave us a vivid evidence. You say he poured acid on person when he was in school. He was rusticated. That is a fake pastor. You said he has a corruption cases before the court. He was the one both him and Lucky looted everything. And now you now want to use that same person to
uh,
hurt a sitting governor who has not done anything wrong
anything
against the
wrong
Edo
at
people,
all.
just because the governor decided to take those political talks who were totally overpowered, who were overfed and given so much power by Oshomole. Now, because they are be sent packing, they are no longer in the communities, they are no longer in the streets, they are no longer in the in the political space. They are not. The governor tried to at least to bring sanity to this political space in Edo State, where you don't longer give power to talks, where election is no longer candidates are no longer being picked in the parlor of some selected individual. Now the people who are supposed to have a say and all that. That is where the issue is. A lot of these people who are doing all these things are people who have been in politics, have been in government, holding one position or the other since 1999. Since we started practicing the Bungus as we are practicing now, since 1999, a lot of them has been there. They've held one position or the other since 1999. And as at today, since 1999, over 20 years, as at today, they are not satisfied with all the money they stole. Some of them have built hotels, some of them have built houses, some of them have done everything. A lot of them has relocated their family to even the UK, Canada, and all that for them to stay there. Their children schooling after they go. They are still not satisfied with everything they've made. Just only 3 years that somebody is trying to make things different and just try to. A lot of them are already hungry. They are dying. They are crying. They are
What?
doing everything. It's very, very annoying. They've not come to tell us that this is the project they've told him to do that he didn't do. I'll
Yes.
ask them a question.
No, he said
They,
some of the projects they started together that Governor Obaseki failed to continue with those projects. He was not.
is it the project of fraud? The
He,
specialist hospital that he said the five. See,
uh,
you saw his interview, I think last month on China's, when somebody was interviewing about the hospital that he still travels abroad for medical treatment. I asked a question. You said on camera during everything before you build the hospital, you were going to build a 5-star hospital, one of the best hospital in Nigeria, and this one of the best in the world, and all that. You divided, and you say you put about 1.2 billion or so to bring equipment from outside Nigeria. As we speak to today, ask Oshomole, the 5-star hospital he built, has he ever gone there for treatment, even if he has a common headache? Has he ever gone there? See, until we get to a level where people begin to come out and hold our leaders accountable, everybody who wants Obaseki to put money in that place, Edo State money in that place, is an enemy of the people, is an enemy of the state. That is a scam. You cannot bring a president to come and commission an hospital after the president commissioned a day after that hospital was totally shut down. Under it was totally put until, so I don't know if they've opened it. It has been under lock and key,
said
for years.
they said they borrowed the equipment from other
Not what
hospitals.
they said. I know somebody that work in Stella Obasanjo Hospital.
Just
I know
yes,
some of these people.
to
I know
to
that's where they borrow some of this equipment.
commission the
After commissioning it, they return a lot. They return all these things back.
Mm.
If you go there to David as to speak, let us ask him. You said these things on camera that you paid a part of the payment for them to bring equipment of about 1 point something billion naira. Equipment of 1 point something billion. Today, till today as we speak, after 4 years, they did that thing. The government Buhari came to commission it, I think in 2015 or so. Till now, ask them, where are those equipment? And people are calling that the Oba said is not continue in that, is not toy in that line, because he decided to take revenue from the hands of some selected few who celebrated 1 billion, who celebrated millions of naira, who were doing all these people who have never worked anywhere. He's saying Obaseki did not continue with his legacy. His legacy, where he made a Major Oloye, who has never been in the civil service before, in civil service admission before, he made him a permanent secretary, which is totally against the law of the Civil Service Commission. He made him a permanent secretary. Is that the step he wanted Obaseki to continue on, or going to Okpekpe every year, where he build a place in a state where they go and waste those state money and waste a lot of it? Or is it the Ogbe state stadium he said he did something on that they did gutter around the pitch that can even commit a suicide for a player? Let people who saw the works of Oshomole, let them go to the stadium Shomole renovated some years ago, and let them go to the stadium now that was done under Obaseki regime, and let them do comparison. Or
Same.
is it the water foundry did in King Square that they were spending over about 2 billion naira Edo State money, 2 million naira Edo State money to uh, uh, to make sure things are going on everywhere, and that thing wasn't adding anything at all to the state, wasting taxpayers' money, wasting our revenue, wasting everything without bringing anything in. Or is it him that plugged Edo State into debt, where Edo State today is the second most indebted state in Nigeria? Is that the kind of party wanted Obaseki to toy on, where people come to government house to take Ghana must go every now and then? He said it with his mouth. I'm not the one saying it. That people come to government house, they want to go, they take money and all that Godwin will be angry. I'm not the one saying it. Apart from, I know all these things because a lot of us who knew some of this was going on. But he is the one that also said this thing with his mouth on camera, that Gordon was always happy, he was always angry, that he didn't want the Edo State to continue in that line. The Edo State cannot deal with another, cannot continue with another, have another politician as a governor who will keep servicing people without them working. I don't know why people just believe that you can, because they are politicians. You hear some of their interview. I saw the interview of Rwanda saying what you refuse to reward them is you reward them with board. You reward them with this, you reward them with it. And I ask, what qualification do you have that somebody will put you in a board? What kind of board are they going to put you without a qualification? What kind of knowledge or what kind of impact do you think you now, that has never worked anywhere before, that you only believe in thuggery, you only believe in illegality, that you think you can offer if the government decide to use you? Apart from also using you the same way the former governor used you. So these are questions we have. See, people will always make use of people that they know that have ideas. I remember long ago when we were so politics then, I was trying to, some years ago, long ago, I was trying to talk to one of our leader one day when it comes to when they were calling some people for something. What he told me on that day was what changed my life ago. He said, he called me separately. He said, "Come, you are complaining now that yes, they don't call you people for this, they don't call you people for this." He said, "Why?" He said, "Those." He said, "You what?" He said, "You are too intelligent, you are too educated to be used for all those things. Those things they are using them for, they are calling them for, mobilizing them for. They are not mobilizing them anything for ideas. Oh. They are mobilizing them to stay in the field, to cause trouble. They are the ones that carry guns. They are the ones that use their chest to create confusion, to steal ballot boxes and all that." I was shocked. He said, "People like you, when we want intelligent talk, we want to bring ideas, want to brainstorm. That's when we call people like you to sit down for us to think of what to do." And I was shocked one day, whenever I want to hear more of this, he called me. Some of the things he added my name to, I was even shocked. When we want to meet, even the presence of ideas, want to brainstorm, he call, come and sit down with this. We share ideas, we think of what we want to do. Then when they want to do anything that has to do with violent or use those are the people that they call. So people that have ideas, people that know that they know that has something to offer. Everybody has something to offer, but it depends on what the present governor of the day, the kind of party want to talk. If the governor want to talk the part of knowledge, integrity, and the part of we're doing something for the people, the people will engage. If the governor that want to believe on, or they do things the way the former governor used to do it, where he begin to give people position because they were creating problem, or because they are this or all that and all that and all that, he also know the kind of people to call to do so. This is the very first time, if Edo State get it, where they will have an election where it will be free, where they did not mobilize people with millions, where they did not do a lot of things, where they will bring talks, give them money, give them Ilios band. Under the former 8 years of the present national chairman of the APC, we saw Agbeo, as we call it in Benin. We saw talks, when you say talks in English, working with the Ilios van, with the mobile police protecting them and all that. That's what are you now saying, telling the people who are living where, the educated people in the state and people who are doing well, you are not telling them that they can't do things well. The society that doesn't reward integrity, society that doesn't reward honesty, society that
Exactly.
doesn't reward sane people, we end up promoting we end up promoting touts. That is what the former government promoted, and that those monsters that was built under the former governor. Is that they are the monsters we are seeing everywhere in the state today. They are the monsters that are not trying, they are not thinking that the Edo State is their personal property. They are the one creating confusion everywhere today. They are the one thinking that they must rescue the state now and keep it. They must take the state, they must get the state back because it's their personal property. You saw when there's some of them, I forgot it was it Rivers or so at the Cross River when election was to air there. Was it last year or last 2 years? When a lot of them that they mobilized from Benin that we saw on Facebook. I know some of them one on one. And that's those are things that they are also planning to do. Why they are calling for a direct primaries. Election is supposed to be held in Rivers and Cross River. You are mobilizing people from Benin to go to Rivers to do what? Let's ask them to do what? They are not from the state. They are not there. You are mobilizing them to go. A lot of them went there through bus. A lot of them were caught on the. We saw all of them over Facebook, where a lot of them was head on the way. You saw them on Facebook now. The pictures were over the videos were over everywhere and all that. It is not what they told some of them. I know most of them there one on one.
Let me quickly update people, our viewers. So today, according to what is going on right now, today in Abuja, some of Obaseki's supporters stormed the national headquarters in Abuja. So Ize Iyamu bumped into the crowd, arising some of the news reporter on the site. So that is what happened today in Abuja. Okay, Ize Iyamu is desperate to obtain the ticket, and he's gonna get the ticket anyway. You understand? Anybody can get the ticket, right, Austin?
Anybody can get the form to run for the primaries. At the end of the day, APC will only come out with one person, and the person will now come to run under the platform of the APC, either to run against or whether somebody from PDP and all that. But for now, before they conduct the primaries, Ize Iyamu is running under the platform of the APC, as he has been able to get his form today sold to him by his national chairman, who they are trying to do things together. You cannot be in one side as a national party chairman where you want things to go well. Things doesn't work that way. If when during your time as a governor, APC had a national party chairman, and the national party chairman never disturb you one day for anything, how come now that you are not the national party chairman, you are now trying to do what you know you will never you never took during your time, what you know you will never tolerate, you want another person to tolerate it. The luck that they had is that they had a sitting governor like Obaseki, who is just so quiet and calm and doesn't do things. He doesn't just want to talk. Because I wish they know that if this governor doesn't return, that the governor can even go ahead to do some things and let another party take over. Is the command. See, once it comes to anything has to do with the state, is the CNC, is the chief security officer of the state.
Yes.
So whatever he wants to do with the state, that's why when I look at some people just come out before now, they were insulting him, calling his name and doing some things, I begin to laugh. Does these people really know the power of a sitting governor? But the truth is that what they are doing now, during Oshomole's time, they will never try it. I remember one be ahead of the problem where Odubu was contesting the last election. Some of the SSC and the SA then that were supporting Odubu, some of them were arrested. Some of them were dropped. I know some of them were arrested who stayed in prison for God knows how long. Just Oshomole was arresting a lot of them, doing a lot of things with them, doing a lot of things. I remember how this same man, Oshomole, insulted a lot of elders in Edo State then, saying he doesn't want godfathers, he doesn't want godfather, he doesn't want this. You remember the likes of what's his name? Late Antonia Nene from the Ishan, and also the likes of Igbenedion and Ogbemudia, who's also a former governor. These people are elders before him. They are all old enough to be his father. But when he was insulting them and doing all these things openly, he even went further to even he had issue with even a traditional ruler in Asian land from Uromi, just because of Anene.
No
Just because
respect.
even the
No
traditional ruler do it, he
respect.
doesn't have respect for any elders from anywhere at all. If you could do all these things against all these people, and nobody from your party then did anything about you, he had issues with even this Ize Iyamu we are talking about now. But my question is this: how did they settle overnight that
Austin,
now they are not trying?
Austin,
Hello,
I don't want to cut you off. Somebody left a comment here, and the question is very important. He said, "How much for ticket, APC ticket, governorship ticket?"
it's something over how many? I've forgotten. I have it on phone because I'm using the phone now.
I
I would have
I
brought it
only,
out. You would
I
have,
only, I only have the one for presidency ticket to run for the seat of president, but for the one of governor, I'm not sure.
over how many millions of naira. It ran into millions. But it is very, very funny. And that's the reason why you see a lot of these politicians we keep
It's
stealing.
like I
Because
think it's between 18 million or something. You can Google
it's
it.
more than I saw it, it's more than I saw something about 20 something or so.
Um,
Or even more than self. I saw it when they came out with the when they talked about how people are going to acquire the tickets and all that. How they
APC,
came when they came out about everything.
APC ticket is more expensive than PDP, according to my
Yes.
research. The research I did.
That's how the governor, because that's how this national chairman decided to use his power to go about it and to do whatever thing they want to do. My issue is that sometimes when I sit down, see everything about the political space, everything about policies in Nigeria, political parties, everything is a total mess. And that's the reason why we cannot get people who will work for the benefit of the people. Because before they even get to the position they are, their different parties have sucked them. This is only to get the APC the ticket or at the primaries levels where they can go to represent the party. This is not the money they are going to spend to campaign. Campaign has not even started. All the people that are going to come out during the APC primaries, a lot of them are going to be wired a lot of big cash. After spending all this money there, some of them will even get close to about $1,000 for just to vote for whoever they want to vote for.
Hmm.
After doing all these things, and that's why they are all ganging up because all of them now, why the less of Israel, all of them have decided to work now with Ize Iyamu and other. They will all be promised one thing or the other, either revenue of the state, either one position, commissioner to be in charge of internal revenue and all that. They've all be promised one thing or the other. That's why they are all ganging up now. They can spend their money. They can even go. Nigerian politicians borrow money. Some of them go to bank to borrow money to run for election. It is not what they told me. It is what I know. They go to banks to borrow money, especially some of those banks that they have the managers as their friends. Where they go, they get whatever they want to get, and they go there and begin to spend money anyhow because it's so annoying. How much is the salary of a governor in a month?
I,
Where you are saying for somebody to get a ticket has run into over how many millions of naira.
we need to find out how much to take the ticket. We need to.
I have something on phone. It's not because I'm using my phone. I'll be able to say it to you. I have it on phone. When I saw the stuff, I have it on phone.
We'll find it out. Find it out.
It's very funny. It's very funny when you look at what is going on in the political space in Edo State. You see that the some selected people have turned Edo State to a laughing stock before every other person. Just only internal democracy now. They've not been able to get it right. They are fighting themselves because of their selfish benefits. How do you not think these people will be able to have the interest of the entire people of the state at heart? When you see all these big weights, all these people coming together to form a force just to hurt a governor who they've not come out to tell us that maybe he stole or maybe he went to borrow money that they don't use well. They are just only doing whatever they are saying, accusing him because why he did not recognize politicians. Don't you think that these people are only coming to work for their selfish interest? Let's ask ourselves. You think Chasari Abe and all others will fold hand now for Ize Iyamu who just came now to take the party ticket without rightfully compensating them? What do you think it will use to compensate all these people that
but
you think that we Edo people will be able to recover in just a short time?
but there are many people who are supporting Ize Iyamu right now. Ushomole is backing him up. Oh boy.
You understand me?
Mm.
A lot of people who are supporting him are only doing so
And
because of
somebody did it. Somebody researched on it. He said 22.5 million naira.
okay. Ask
I
them.
think
Yes, I
I
just saw
think
it now 22 point something million. Let's be very,
it's,
very sincere. Let's be very, very sincere. How much is the salary of a governor in a month?
how
That
much are
you now ask somebody, you now asking somebody to use 22.5 to get just for to run for primaries. That's not what you are going to use for the May election. You see the reason why these politicians cannot stop going into the treasury of the states. Because you know why?
it's it's too much. How will you expect the youth to buy this type of ticket? They can't afford it.
Buying
The
this,
youth.
this is not what they used to settle some other world leaders or to buy drink and do some things at the world level before they will not get to
Exactly.
look. See, in policy, you
Before,
have what you do at the world level. From world level, you now get to the your council level, which is your local government. From local government, before you now think of how to get to state level, you now be seeing all those big, some of them that call themselves that they are the stakeholders, political godfathers, and all of them. After seeing all of them, before you now begin to think of what you want to do to even get this here. At the end of the day, you see some of them has run nearly into billions before they will now talk of campaign, doing a lot of stuff, doing their t-shirt, doing a lot of things for their media and all that. You ask, all this money that they are spending, where are they going to get it from?
yeah, because corruption is there for them to get the money back. What do you think? In Nigeria, former governors in Nigeria, they are extremely rich. Extremely rich.
You know why? That's the reason why in a state where you cannot pay civil servant their pension, they are paying governors, some of them I think it's a former governor is paid 10 million naira monthly. Is entitled to I think about 2 cars every 2 years or every 5 years, 2 official cars. The state government is the one that pays is oddly is entitled to a cook, his medical bill and everything is being paid by state. Then I begin to ask myself, somebody who said he want to serve the people, you are doing all these things for them. What about the civil servant who served the state and the country for 35 good
Yeah,
years? A lot of them has retired for over 10, 20 years. They've still not received their pension till date as we speak. As we
exactly,
speak,
exactly.
a lot of people a lot of them has even died. A lot of them have gone to their early grave because they couldn't get their pension. They weren't getting their anything from that's who is supposed to be their right from the government every month. We know how civil servants used to protest in Edo State before during the former government. We know how pensioners used to line up before now under the state before. We know how some local government could not pay salaries of running into 2 years during the last administration. Now, some of those things are no longer like that the way it used to be. It might not totally be free. I'm not supporting this present governor because maybe it's totally free or he has done this or that. From everything we have, and I'm a many PC member, from everything we have in APC for now, I don't see anybody among them that are going for that position that can do better than what he has done. You know why? This man is not Obaseki is not a true politician like them that would have believed in
It was a
sorting others. This man is
it was
somebody
a
who has been into
technocrat.
business. This is somebody who has worked somewhere.
Yes.
All of them vying for this position now. Ask them for the past 5 years or for the past 10 years, what contribution have they made to anything called business in their life? Ask them. Or is it the what was it Dawagbon who's supposed to be a lawyer that's forgotten him going to court. He has believed in politics all his life, running everywhere. Or is it the Samson Osagi? After 8 years in the House of Assembly, 8 years in Abuja as House of Rep, he wanted to continue as a senator by Mr. Only Me. 16 good years was not enough. Without a single project, a single legacy in his ward, no, his local government. They want to continue. Look at all of them. Charles Ariabe as a former military man. What has he done? Even the village where he said he come from Orion that is claiming. What has he done in the place? Look at all of it. Just call them. When Ize Iyamu was with Lucky for 8 years, the place he said he is from now that he's claiming that he's from in Orion. What has he done there? What did he do there even in the 8 years? So when I look at all of them, I begin to laugh. If Obaseki leave office today, his wife is a very big businesswoman. He can return back to what she was doing before the husband became a governor. Obaseki can decide to return to anything. Ask all of them that left their various positions for over many years now. What did they return to? None of them return to anything. That's why they are crying, looking for anything that they can do just to continue taking money, sucking Edo State money and all that. That's why somebody who celebrated 1 billion naira just less than some years ago now is crying everywhere because they all need money and all that. Because why? Because they believe that it still belongs to them. They don't have any meaningful investments. They just believe that they can keep getting all these things every day. Sometimes I begin to look, if somebody was really right, you've made some of this money from the government, you know your hands were not clean. And this government, now this another government come now decide to change everything and change the scheme of things and begin to do things rightly. You just sit somewhere, invest your money, and begin to make do with whatever you have. But no, because they don't have any ideas, because they got all this money through the wrong process. They thought that this money is good, or they think that this thing is their personal, is their property. They are going to keep getting these things for life. So they begin to spend money anyhow. They do everything anyhow. And because they themselves don't also have any idea, don't have any common idea, and they don't have the interest of even doing anything for the people. So they just believe that they are going to keep getting all this and get whatever they want to get it anyhow, get it whatever, because the state is theirs. I'm very disappointed that at this time that anybody that calls himself a sane person will stand this same time and take Oshomole serious after what he said about Ize Iyamu for 4 years ago, taking Ize Iyamu serious and now pushing Ize Iyamu forward to be the candidate of the APC. I begin to ask myself, is this man has just not indirectly, has just directly called himself a fool, not Edo people. He did not call Edo people a fool. He has directly called himself a fool. Because you can't just paint somebody black and blue, call the person a thief. That's why you did not give him anything when you were governor for 8 years. And you know this person is one of the main person that were the frontliners of the party that brought him into power then to become a governor. You never trusted him for 8 years to even give him a common board or a commissioner. You now want to put the treasury of my state, the state that you made to become the second indebted state in Nigeria. You want to put him there so that you can borrow more money to that even our children will not be able to pay. It's annoying.
You know one thing I observe about Nigerian politicians that I don't like at all. I live in the West. Politicians here, they do everything to please the masses. To please the masses. But in Nigeria, is the opposite that you experience because they don't have regard, no respect for the masses at all.
With all the people in the APC, why is it that it is only the greedy people and the self-centered people Oshomole is always interested in to have a very strong tie with? Why is it that after he empowered the Tours, he became a billionaire and all of them, now he went to pick Ize Iyamu, who he said he never trust as a criminal, that he pointed to the entire Edo people. You are now bringing him to now also fight the same Edo people. You know why? He knows how we Edo South people behave. Some of them are more interested in position that they can even sacrifice their own brother. Even if their own brother is doing well, they don't care. They can even do everything to kill that their brother to take over the position just because of what money. He knows. That's why when he wants to do anything, he picks the greedy ones out of them, try to make them loyal to him and give them something. When they now become loyal to him and they begin to do any other thing, that's what that's what. Just tell me one sane person with the right head in the entire Edo South that will Shomole empowered or gave position during his time. Show me one from Edo South, and I will show you over 20 from Edo South who are very greedy and self-centered, the likes of Dawagbu and all that, that is taking along now because he knows that they are self-centered. He knows that they don't care about the people. That's why he's pitching tent with them to be able to do everything he's do. Is it the ones in the House of Assembly, the members elect that has run to Abuja for over a year? They were elected. They've neglected their duties just because the governor did not carry out the bidding of Oshomole. They didn't go to take their oath of office to serve the people of their constituency. They totally stayed in Abuja, living in hotels, doing all that things, neglecting their primary duties, neglecting the reason why they were elected into those offices. So if you begin to see, you begin to see everything and say, Oshomole has never been the true friend of we people from Edo. It is better not to have education than to have the wrong education. The kind of democracy that was given to us, or that we say we are operating or that we are working on, is totally it's a democracy of greed and of selected few greedy people, not of the people. You understand me?
Democracy is only in theory in Nigeria,
You
not in
understand?
practice.
It's not something that is practiced in Nigeria. It's just only a theory. They only say it in the mouth and all that. Because naturally,
It's
it's
just
supposed to be for the people and not for some selected few. The question you ask, you see how they even nominated it. If somebody can bypass ward, local government, and go to states, and a national party chairman now came to receive him, it shows that he has already told those people in his ward that they don't have a say.
Yes.
Okay.
I called, I tried direct and it didn't work. The
Yes.
line was cut off.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. I thank Osanodazi and our ancestors for Governor Obaseki. When I was in Nigeria, I was happy to see our own ministries being revived. And what my question is, why is he not doing anything about the headsmen? We do know the headsmen are not Nigerians. They are from neighboring countries. Why is he sleeping while they are killing our people and destroying our farms? My take on this is the cows being headed belong to politicians and the rich men in Edo State. So they really don't care. Obaseki is, has been a good governor in certain areas, but he has been negligent when it comes to security.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a politician that vote for him any day.
Okay. But
so that's the question we need to ask him. Why is he not doing anything about security or the headsmen?
Oh, that is a good question. That is a very good question. Recently, I saw something that happened in Edo State. I'm not sure. A trailer that belongs to Dangote was packed with some ammunitions coming to Edo State. And some Edo State youth or security agents intercepted the trailer. I saw it.
I saw that as well.
Many people sent it to me. Some people even want me to discuss about this news. But I'm not 100% sure of what really transpired to this trailer. Who brought the trailer? According to what they told me, they said that the trailer belongs to Dangote. So honestly, we still don't know what is going on, how they are handling this case in Edo State up to now.
My sister, let's face facts. The problem we have in Edo State is we keep cutting the grass on the top. We do not go to the roots. No Hausa man brought his cows to Edo State.
God bless you, ma.
Politicians and the rich men in Edo State. That is why they are doing nothing about
not just only the politicians. Sorry, man. Not just only the politicians. Even our traditional rulers. I must tell you the truth. This is what I know.
Hold on. Austin, you said
not just only the politicians. our traditional rulers are also one of the people encouraging this cattle rearers coming into the state, because a lot of them also have some have cattle that these people are rearing for them. Our traditional rulers too.
Really?
I'm telling you what I know. If you really want to know, this thing should start from right from the top, both our traditional rulers, our politicians, and everything. And if they can take the bold step, you see, in terms of this herdsmen crisis, there's little or nothing the governor can do. One is an APC governor. We have an APC federal government. And the agenda of this APC federal government that I know since before 2015 election is to pack this ball all over everywhere in the country, to fulanize and Islamize Nigeria. That's why they are plotting everything. That's why they can even take our country money and use it to compensate people, and they can even say it to the world. That's why Femi Adesina, this presidential spokesperson, said on camera on an interview on an international TV that it is better for us to surrender our ancestral land than for us to be killed. He was telling us to surrender our lands to them, for them to be the. That's the reason why Edo State House of Assembly, the former House of Assembly, were debating on a bill to pass a law when they were talking about Ruga to give lands in different local government. Our House of Assembly was debating
Yeah.
it. It took the protest of good citizens of Edo State for them to be able to halt that thing. House of Assembly then, our House of Assembly that time, they were debating, they wanted to even pass into law. It took Nigerians to be to people praying in churches, people protesting, Christian community before they could be able to stop this thing. Because the government,
They started
the the number one of the main thing of this government, this APC Buhari-led government, is to pack these Fulani people everywhere. And every governor that is on APC cannot boldly come out now to do a lot of these things about this thing, because I wish Obaseki has even taken some of these steps by now. The Oshomole and all that would have even seen everything to painting black and blue before the president and even before the federal people in the APC, where they can look for a lot of things to be to do against him. He hasn't done anything now yet. They are already doing everything like this because of this. No APC governor, I tell you, no APC governor can take the step boldly to do some of these things and say they want to do some of this the way the opposite, because all of them know the bidding, they know the interest of the president. Everything. As Oshomole even come out, since they killed even some sort of Lauchi and everyone does. Did Oshomole as a national party chairman came to has he come out to condemn anything? This S-men flocking into Edo State has been on ground. I told you I was a journalist. We did a lot of things that has to do with crime report. I was one of the people working in Crime Watch.
But the state security agents are supposed to regulate these activities.
The state security evidence in the place of Nigeria, where the IG. Have you seen?
Yeah, let's ask.
We cannot as if we destroy them and their generation, their family.
Amen. The truth of the matter, Mama, if you see, let me expose one thing to you today. Have you see this Fulani stuff has been on this project for years? They couldn't come to it under a good luck, because good luck didn't give them that free hand. That's one of the main problem they had with good luck. Do you know before now? I went to cover a report in Abudu over many years ago, close to about I think about 10 years now, where a Fulani man said one man, trailer driver man, hit one of their cow. They stabbed this man, a family man, a father of 3. The wife was just a young woman, and then the wife was just about 32. They stabbed this man they stabbed him, pieces him to death. I went to Abudu mortuary to see this man. I cried. I was seeing somebody that was crying. I'm telling you what I followed, not what somebody told me. You understand? And after that again, there was one in the community in Edo State where they killed a cow. The traditional ruler they took the matter from the office of the commissioner of police, and they now took it to the office of the AIG, who was one of them a Fulani man. At the end of the day, it was no longer the case of anything. They went to pick a whole traditional ruler, and he was arrested. They were not telling them to pay for cow. This was a place where they deserted crops and they even killed somebody. That was no longer was there with them. They were not telling them to pay for cow before they could release a whole traditional ruler. These things have been on ground. Buhari just came to help them just fulfill all their plans. The agenda of Buhari, I've been saying it before now, a lot of us know, is to Fulanize and Islamize Nigeria. And that's why everything is proposing has been on cattle rearing, everything and all that, doing of how to put money. And if you don't know now, the stuff is going on in Nigeria long before now. Our traditional rulers, our politicians are the ones granting this access. for them to come into our state. If they really want to do, Edo State can rear our own cows. When I was growing up at the sea, I saw a lot of things that we do with our state by ourselves. Our youth can rear cows. We have farms, we have the land, we have everything. We don't need a Fulani man to come and do all this. But where our president have decided to see, because of the personal gain, what they get and all that, for the sake of what they get and all that, because they want police positions and everything, they now let go of what's supposed to be for the people. If our House of Assembly could even debate on how to pass a law, when they were talking about rule like that, to giving land in the 18 local government to them that time, do you need an Edo man to go to the north to go and be begging for land to do that for them? It doesn't happen. That's to tell you the number one agenda of the APC-led federal government is to spread these people all over and everywhere. The IG, have you asked why all the security, the heads of all security agents are all Fulanis? The one in charge of the army, the one in charge of, even to as far as our defense minister, they are all Fulanis, and not just only Fulani Muslims, because they have an agenda. The IG, where is the IG from? Why did the IG at the time told everybody that have guns that time to protect their communities that they all should return their guns? Have you not seen communities even in the north, even in Benue, where people came out to defend themselves, where Fulani people went to their community to decide their community? Those people that went to defend themselves were arrested. And the Fulanis are killing people, renaming the communities, and they are not arresting anybody.
Yeah.
Ask them which Fulani person has been arrested under this administration and was persecuted.
No.
The federal government is rehabilitating terrorists, the Fulani terrorists, rehabilitating them and putting them into the army.
Okay, somebody is calling. Let's just listen to her. Hello? Yeah. Hello? 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 So people are calling. Let's still hear from them. The callers. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying
in
Nigeria is that our people are so desperate that when they are giving half a bag of rice or whatever, they sell their birthright.
Yeah. They need awareness.
And during the COVID-19, I was waiting to see politicians distribute food to our people. None of that happened. Instead, it was individuals helping out.
No, some of the politicians, some of the politicians, they distributed food for the citizens. I saw that.
Yes.
Some of them,
yeah. How many times they distributed?
I saw Governor Obaseki doing that. Though.
Okay, I am a private person. If I could join others to distribute food 3 times, how many times did Obaseki distribute?
Yeah, you know your country, but at least Governor Obaseki has done his own part of the service. I think he's a great governor, the only governor that cares about the masses. That cares so much about the masses.
Governor, he did something good. When I was in Nigeria, I appreciate it. When I saw the old ministries being, renovated, I was very happy. I am still happy about that. And I hope my people see that and vote for him.
They will, definitely. They will, exactly. So, madam, somebody...
There's no other choice apart from Obaseki. I would advise my people to vote for Obaseki.
Okay. And somebody is trying to call, madam. You can call back later. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the participation. So, if you are trying, I saw some people calling. Please call now. I saw some other numbers coming in.
The very big truth is this. Our politicians, to get the mind, you see, the most valuable thing in the hand of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. And to get the mind of the oppressed, one of the first things you need to do is to make them hungry. Create an environment where they will keep running to you for food.
Yes, they create that circle of poverty in the
That's
country
what they did.
so that they will be
So that they can keep controlling their mind.
So somebody just called my brother. Let's listen to him. Hello? 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 There are many people calling at the same time, honestly. Many people are calling at the same time. Okay. Hello? Hello? Okay, I can hear you. Can you raise your voice a little bit?
Oh yeah, sure, that's no problem.
Okay.
I was calling into your show actually. I mean, there are some questions I just have. I don't know if you could clarify with your guest. First of all, as regards the issue of security of the food and things, I don't know, but do you know, like, can you ask what the Yoruba opinion is doing about it?
No, this, honestly, that question is outside our topic today. So we are not discussing about traditional rulers.
Sure.
So if you ask me question about Governor Obaseki politics in Edo State, but anything about traditional rulers, I won't answer in this show. Let's just discuss about Governor Obaseki politics and the Fulani herdsmen issue.
Can I ask a few other questions? And also, what's Obaseki doing about? I know you talked about the sea, but I don't know what he's doing about it still. And the third question is the joy security disputes. I don't know what Obaseki is doing about that. And lastly, why some of his military resign and some of Obaseki's military, why are they resigning?
The members of House of Assembly, right?
Yeah, and some of the special advisors and the
Yeah. Yes.
Why they are resigning. I just want to know, I mean, I don't know what's behind it. And,
Chief of Staff is the Chief of Staff. So
yes.
The governor that resigned recently.
Yes, yes. And you're doing a great job, by the way. I really like the show. And, I've contacted you before. Maybe we'll talk. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you so much. So the questions you just asked now, you said about the Gelegele Seaport project. Me too. Me too. I have that question in my mind, and I'm also willing to ask the governor about the status of the Gelegele Seaport because he promised to establish a seaport in Gelegele.
Me, I can answer that.
Okay, go ahead and answer.
Let me thank you very, very much, my brother that asked the question. Let me quickly explain to you. For the governor to work on the Gelegele Seaport and will get Gelegele Seaport, is going to affect a lot of things that has to do with the federal mines. That's one of the main reasons I will tell you. I'm telling you, that's one of the main reasons why the likes of Tinubu is not in support of Governor Obaseki. Let me tell you this. Do you know Edo State is in a centralized place in Nigeria? That if there's a seaport in Benin, and with the way the government is working and they turn Edo State, they give an international airport. We have an international airport in Benin. Do you know over 60 to 70% of the businesses in Lagos will move to Benin? Edo will become a commercial state.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, that's what they said, that they won't approve Gelegele Seaport for. Somebody told me the same thing before, that it will be a battle between Lagos State and Edo State, because once they establish a seaport in Gelegele, which means they will be sharing the seaport now.
The very big truth is this, I don't blame Oshomole. You understand? If somebody can be able to manipulate you after what he said about you 4 years ago, and he said all those things with evidence, and he could use you to now fight your own brother. See, me, I always refer to the evidence, because all those evidence were vivid evidence. These are evidence that are visible to the blind. That even the blind saw the evidence. And as for today, it's because Nigeria is a lawless country. And you know the APC National Chairman Oshomole said, if you are a thief before, once you become an APC member, you become a saint. That's the reason why. How can somebody's case be pending in court for over how many years? And the person now is one to run for a state to become a governor when he has a
That's what.
case pending before the courts. Is that done in the same society? Is that done anywhere? You have a corruption case before the court, and you are vying for the highest position in a state. Nigeria is a laughing stock. Nigeria is a laughing stock. Sincerely speaking.
Someone is calling. They said we should not discuss about the Oba.
No, it's the person that
Yeah.
brought the issue before now. May God help Edo people, because it's really, really funny. It's really funny.
So
I only did that stuff and talk about Oba to make the clarification, to make everything clear. I don't like you people refer to Oba Benin to come and do anything when it comes to politics and all that. No, you shouldn't bring it. You shouldn't bring him into that. He's a father to all. But I just wish Edo people, I pray Edo people do the right thing to return Obaseki.
they will return it definitely. They will return Obaseki.
I just pray God help us and everything come well.
So I think we have to end today's show. We have discussed lengthily about the Edo State's political crisis, APC political crisis. What about PDP? We don't even hear anything from PDP. They are mute. Are they not also?
We don't have
campaigning?
PDP and APC. Political parties in Nigeria are non-political parties. They are, when you say PDP and APC, they are children of the same mother, born to different father.
Okay.
The same mother, born to different father. That's why they are having different PDP and APC. But because
Are they producing governor?
yes, they are a political party. They are a political party. They will produce a governorship candidate. But in that, you look in a nation where you don't have law, where somebody can jump into a party today in less than 6 months already vying for a position. How do you expect people to take any of the party serious or stay and abide by the party?
Exactly.
Until we make a law where even if you are free to decamp, but if you decamp, you cannot vow for any elected position or be appointed anything in the next 8 years or 4 years. A lot of them will not do well because they think that if I don't get the APC, I can switch to PDP and I get it and I will run. That's the issue. Ize Iyamu just joined now. Ize Iyamu just joined now. Not even after many months. And they already pushing him for this. What do you now call the people who have been loyal, who have been patient, who believe in the ideology of the APCs, who never left after all these years? So you have directly told us that APC does not have ideology. APC or anything do not have anything at all. That they are just a gathering of some set of greedy people who are only fighting for their selfish interests and not the interest of the Edo people.
It's like they are abusing that system that you can decamp from this party to the other party, so you can do whatever you want. Since they are trying to abuse it, they should make a kind of a law that will restrict them for certain time, just like what you just said.
They are not ready.
If you decamp,
they won't do that.
They are not ready.
See, if you want to do that, I asked them some time ago and say, why will a governor say he build a 5-star hospital? Then he's traveling he's traveling out of the country for medical treatment. The hospital you now build, who are you building them for? Fools, animals, or goats? Until we begin to make a law, a strong law, that if you must vow for any elected position, you must be a product of the same team, of the same people you want to rule. Your children must be product of our public school. You and your family must be using the same healthcare system that you are coming to work for us. The same road that we are using, the same road you are going to be going through. Until we begin to force them and make laws for them to use some of these things, they will not start fixing things properly. You see this COVID stuff where he exposed the whole healthcare system in Nigeria. that even in Aso Rock, their healthcare, they did not even have even a common ventilator. They didn't have anything there. Even in Aso Rock, with all the money that they are
Without,
budgeting every year, the president, how can a sitting president go travel out of the country for be going every time for medical authorities and even spend over many months in UK treating himself? Then these hospitals and the thing you are now saying you are building, you are budgeting money every year. Who are you now building it for? Animals. If you as a leader, you cannot make use of the things you are building for the people, what are you indirectly telling people? You are telling people that they are fools. Then you shouldn't serve the people. You see the British Prime Minister, when he had the issue of that the COVID, he didn't travel out there for treatment. When Abakaka, the late Abakaka, the former chief of staff, when he contacted the virus, when they were going to start commence his medical treatment, they ordered his medical file from a UK hospital. That's the biggest disgrace. He didn't have a medical file in Nigeria because why? He has not been using our healthcare system in Nigeria. He always travel out for medical treatment and all that. That's a disgrace to we as a people. So until we begin to put a law in place to make these people be part of the same thing that they say they are building for us, a lot of these things wouldn't change. It wouldn't change.
I wish, if not because of what is going on, everybody wants this COVID-19 to stop. Otherwise, they are all stuck in Nigeria now. They can't seek medical attention outside Nigeria anymore. Oh Lord. If you are sick
These
now, you
things would,
have to
if we wouldn't, there's nothing me and you can do now that will change until we begin to put laws in place that will force these people to begin to use these things.
we
You
don't
see,
we don't have laws.
when we make
We
laws,
don't.
when a governor or any of this or any of them know that if our healthcare system is not okay, because they know that their wife will put to bed in those hospitals, that their children will go to the same schools that all their children, our brothers and sisters are going to, they will be forced to fix it. So because they know that they are not making use of it, they will never fix it properly. See, have you ever watched why our educational system is totally a mess? Our healthcare system is a mess. Educational system is a mess. Our roads is everything in Nigeria today is a mess because you know why they don't make use of it. How many of these politicians do we have that their children are presently schooling in Nigeria? Even the talks that are coming saying Obaseki must go now, they have their family in Canada, their family in the US, family in the UK, schooling and all that because they know why they're only making money from us here and putting there for their children. So until there's a law in place that force these people that if you must vie for any elected position, you and your children must be a product of this same thing. Then we can begin to queue before you and do this. How would you just tell me that you are coming to do this thing? Osomole build a 5-star hospital. It doesn't go there to take treatment. Who did you not build the hospital for? You build school. His children, grandchildren, brothers and sisters do not go to those schools. Who did you not build them for? And our people just fall down. They don't ask questions. They don't talk to them. They don't do anything. They come out on the interview and begin to say whatever they want to say and paint everything before us. And we people clap for them and say, my leader, my leader. That's the high level of stupidity among our people. So until we get to a level where we begin to hold these people accountable, you build this thing, you said it's the best. You build it with over many billions of naira. If you cannot use it, who did you build it for? So until all these things are in place, nothing change. It is wrong where you are. It is wrong for the Canadian Prime Minister to travel out of Canada for treatment outside. They will force him to resign. Do you know they will force him to resign? Even a common mayor to travel out for anything and go and use whatever come from another country, they will force him to resign.
We have the healthcare here. They won't even leave.
They won't see. Do you know why they fix it? Because there's a law there that hold them accountable. See, I say it every day. There is no secret to success. There is only a system to success. You understand? And the system is what works. So when the system works, everything begins to work. If you take a failure in Nigeria now to the West, let me use the word West, either Canada, Europe, or even the US or even the UK, take a failure. There's someone that you say cannot go to school in Nigeria. Have you ever observed with a short period of time, the person you thought that was very dull, that couldn't do anything in Nigeria, will become so brilliant, who can go to school I get education and start working and making something for himself, because you know why? There's a system in this place. This people put down the system that works.
That
They
supports
put
them.
a system that
Exactly.
make people get things and that they get it well, where everybody have the same level playing ground. So you see, when people go there, because the system is already working, they get there, they will get into the system and they themselves begin to work. But in Nigeria, our government has been able to put a porous system that will never work for anything, because they know that if these things begin to work, me and you will know, people will no longer place their loyalty to them, people will no longer accept them, people will no longer be slave to them. That's the reason why they will never fix the Nigerian system. I say it every day. Nigerian government will never fix Nigerian system, because if Nigerian system is start working today, nobody will long will no, nobody will go to them again to begin to play fool or begin to play my leader, my leader, my leader, my leader for them. That's the reason why they will never fix all these things, because they want people to be slave to them. They
To
want
be
people to keep
poor.
coming
To
to them and keep serving them, and they keep doing.
yes,
That's the reason why they're doing all these things.
yes, yes. Exactly.
Nothing will work in
Exactly.
Nigeria until we begin to hold our politicians accountable.
Exactly.
That's the only thing that
Yes.
will work.
That is the only way they can exercise power over the masses, if they make them extremely poor.
That's what they do. They try to create
Yes.
hunger, create starvation, jeopardize our educational system. As we speak to today, we don't have educational system in Nigeria, because
Exactly.
they bastardize everything so that the people will not be able to get the right knowledge. That's why you are seeing
Yes.
lawyers, or even seeing people that say that they are son coming out and defending foolishness. That's why you are seeing people that
Hmm.
say they're educated coming out to and defending foolishness just because of hunger. Because why? They didn't get the right knowledge. There's the the worst from people that didn't went to school is good. You can manage them. But people who have the wrong form of knowledge, they went to school and they got the wrong education. They are the worst form of people to manage. That's what we have in Nigeria now. We have a lot of people who went to school, but they didn't get the right knowledge. And those people are not the ones serving tout, falling after them and calling them a leader and following them. That's the issue we have in Nigeria. Because we have a government who will never do anything to fix our educational system because of their greed. Because they know when things begin to work, nobody will pledge loyalty to them again. That's the issue. We have a long way to go. If we things must work, our people need to start coming out and start holding these people accountable. That's the only thing that will make things work. Until we force them to make
Exactly.
them to make things accountable and make things work, nothing works. Or don't you see when you
It's
when you,
okay.
you are talking about some things, how things are supposed to work? You see some Nigerians begin to look at you and say whether you are insane. Do you know this Nigeria? How you say made that thing to take over Nigeria? You begin to see where you are.
Yeah.
These are the things that are normal. Nigerians
Yes.
see their right as privilege. Why
Yes.
they see what they're supposed to see as a privilege to as a right. That's the
Exactly.
stupidity. They
They
believe that
normalize.
me and you that is outside of the country is their right for us to keep sending them money to take care of them. Then the government that they are supposed to be demanding to demand their right from, they are seeing it as a privilege. The government will come and do some things. Tie road, they'll be clapping for the government. Our governor, you're doing our
Thank
road,
you.
oh, governor, thank you. Why did
Yeah.
you say to a governor
Thank
for
you.
tying your road? Did he use his personal
Thank
money?
thank you. Thank you for saying this.
Somebody
Oh
came
my
to your house and be begging you for vote that
God.
you want to serve you. He's begging you that he want to serve you. When I look at Nigeria as a country, I just begin to cry. Because you know why?
Austin,
Because a lot of
Austin,
things I see, it really make me to begin to think what is really wrong with our people. Is it not, see, with all the money that even some of these governors stole. Let me use the former governor of Edo State as a reference now. Oshomole stole with all the money. Oshomole never had a single building, what they call a house in Benin before he became a governor. Let Nigerians begin to ask questions. The mansion he have now in his village, where did he got all the money from? Nigerians do not ask questions. When you begin to ask questions, they get angry and begin to tell you that why will a former governor be receiving 10 million naira monthly? Receiving 10 million naira monthly, and the government will be servicing his car. The government will be the one taking care of his medical bill to anywhere. You begin to think of somebody. Ask how much is somebody going to eat in a month? Why are you going to eat 10 million? I begin to ask them where they are civil servants, senior citizens, people who served the state for over 35 years before they retired. And a lot of them could not even build common four room, even if it's room and parlor. In a country where, as we speak to today, minimum wage they are still struggling to pay. Minimum wage is not even up to $100. Minimum wage in Nigeria, not up to $100. Somebody will be working for less than $100 for a whole month. Is that not a shame? Minimum wage cannot even get you a bag of rice. If I look at Nigeria, sometimes like minimum wage in Nigeria cannot get you a bag of rice in Nigeria. Minimum wage, less than $100.
We should
As
stop
minimum
worshiping.
wage.
We should stop worshiping politicians in Nigeria as if they are our semi-god. They are not. They are not. They are receiving money for providing services in the country. Okay, and they are living exorbitant lifestyles. Where you, as a citizen, you are supposed to question them, whatever they are doing in the country, whatever services they are providing in your neighborhood, in your state, or wherever. You're supposed to question them. Do not treat them as if they are your semi-god or your messiah. They are not at all. Okay, that is what you should let people understand. Don't be treating politicians in Nigeria as if they are your god. They are here to rescue you. Not really.
Before I go, I'd like to say something here. There are two sides of government that a lot of Nigerians do not know. Two sides of government. There's one that you are elected into office to serve your interests. There's another one that must hold the government accountable. The one that has failed more is the people. The government of the day is not the one that is failing. It is the government of we, the people, that is supposed to hold them accountable, that is praising them even while they are killing us, they are oppressing us, they are looting our money, they are taking a lot of things from us without doing anything. Rather than for us to be asking questions to hold them accountable, our people are foolishly praising their oppressors, killing themselves for the oppressors. That's why you see these people do not take us serious. That's why you see these people do not do anything at the end of the day when they come into office. Because they believe that when they just give us some little change, we will forget our role we are supposed to play to hold them and hold them accountable. If you are, let me explain to them how this thing is supposed to work. You have a company. You created a company as a business owner. You employ somebody to come and serve you, either as a manager, as a director, either whatever level the person is. Do you know you that employ the person to come and serve you, that you pay? The person is to be answerable to you. You are to hold the person accountable. If you give the office to them and you do not ask them questions on how they are running your investment, do you know they can do anything with it? When you start praising them, even when they are not doing well, do you know at the end of it, they will end up wrecking that company for you and bringing the company down for you? That is the case of Nigeria. Edo State, let me use Edo State because Edo State is our company, where somebody came to beg us that he wants to serve us for a period of time, want us to give him a job to serve our interest for a period of time. We now look at the person. We now give the person our trust and say, come, serve our interest for this duration of time. Then after the person is serving our interest, his person is not, when he got there, started serving his own personal interest and the interest of some selected greedy people who say they are the ones that are the big wits in politics in the state. We, the citizens, are supposed to be asking them questions. We'll be the one praising them. Is that not stupidity for the people? And when
some people they don't know that.
When the people decide to be stupid, where their servant is who they are now seeing as a king, do you know that servant will quickly elevate himself and start seeing those people as slaves?
Exactly.
That is the case of Nigeria.
So somebody that's supposed to be serving you, you are treating him as if he's your messiah, your semi-god. What is that? Please, people, you guys should wake up in Nigeria. Wake up. Mostly the youth. Wake up. Those people, you voted for them. You voted for them to come and serve you. They are your servants. Your servants. You should call them. If you have any problem, you call the governor of your state. You call the local government chairman for help. And he or she is supposed to respond to you immediately. That is how democracy works here in Canada. I will use Canada as an example. Okay?
Before election, they answer them. If you call them before election, they answer you. But when they get to positions, because people start praising them, they'll forget everything that they beg the people for. It's just see Nigeria was something. Sometimes there's no way I talk about Nigerian challenge that I don't get so passionate, or sometimes I begin to feel very annoyed, very angered, because whenever I think about the things, how things go and how things are supposed to be. See, the white people from Canada, the US, or the UK are supposed to be coming to Nigeria to look for job or to look for things, because we have all the wealth, we have everything that we need, both human and everything. We have all the resources. We have the brain. We have everything. We have all everything that we need. God created Nigeria and gave us everything. But the thing is that the people now decided to be stupid by supporting their oppressors. And you know God, whatever thing you choose, once it comes to politics, God does not choose leadership politically for the people. He let you choose whatever you want to choose, and he allow you suffer whatever you want to suffer. It's God. He doesn't involve in that area. He has already given you everything. God has blessed Nigeria with everything. No Nigerian government, no Nigerian governor will face, no Nigerian politician will do anything to serve the people until the people begin to demand from what they want from the people that say they want to serve them. It is the employer that demand what he wants from his employee. You understand? I employed you. I'm the one to demand what I want from you. I'm the one to give you the mode of the way you are supposed to work for me, not you telling me how you will work for me. You understand? The governors, the politicians, even a common councillor does not stay in his word. He's running everywhere. Some of them are even in Europe as we speak now. Some of them in Canada as we speak now. Some councillors. They are less position. They only collect salaries at the end of the month. They are not doing any of their work. No, people do not even see their councillors to even ask them questions. That's the reason why you see members elected in House of Assembly who are supposed to be serving their constituency, people of their constituency. They all decided to say they want to serve the need of Oshomole, and they decided to go to Abuja to go and sit down. A year after election, till date, none of them has taken their oath of office, and they're in Abuja gallivanting all around. And somebody will not tell me that APC have an ideology, or these politicians that are supporting Oshomole, that they have the interest of the state at heart. They don't have anything at heart. They are all greedy in a very sane society where things are done well. These people are supposed to be held and be stoned and be stoned, or even be driven away from their various houses. But rather, people are there clapping for them and saying, my leader, dancing up and down for them and saying, my leader.
We have to end today's show. Thank you so much. Thank you. You are very knowledgeable.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you. So thanks everyone. Thanks for your participation. All right. For those who called, thank you all. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay.